So let's continue with tutorial 3.3, and this is module 3.3, wherein we'll discuss about the energy consumption and environmental impact of generative AI in software testing. Now, when we are talking about the software testing specific, so we'll take the context of software testing and understand what is the environment impact, carbon dioxide emission or carbon footprint when we talk about using generative AI. You might think of, I'm just typing in a small prompt in there, but let's try to understand what is the seriousness or how much energy consumption and carbon footprint we are leaving when we are using GenAI or AI. So if we talk about the energy consumption and environmental impact, so in this module we'll understand each of these details in the upcoming video, in the upcoming tutorial. But on high level, the GenAI in software testing, when you are using generative AI in software testing or any other application areas, wherever GenAI is being used, it demands, or there is high computational demand. How? Because training and processing large language model requires very large or high computational demand, because it requires extensive specialized hardware resources. So you'll see a lot of GPUs are being used when the training of the model is happening. So the computational demand, the power requirement is very huge during the training and processing when the model is being trained, and then when it is being used publicly as well or within the organization, it requires a lot of computational demand. Service delivery model is another important aspect to understand, that most of the large language models are typically offered as web-based services. For example, I can go ahead to copilot.microsoft.com, I can go ahead to the google.com and switch to AI mode, and Gemini is available for me. So these the service delivery model, it's available for general public, so anyone can go ahead and use it, which adds the continuous operational overhead. 24/7 365 days the model is being used, and that is a high computational demand for processing that information that we are prompting into the generative AI, in whether it doesn't matter which model we are using. Okay, then system load increase. Usage of large language model raises the demand on end user devices, communication network, and large scale data centers, because you have the information in the data center. The data centers have the GPUs and all. So the more you are using, the more strain you are putting on the network, on the communication network, on the data center. Environmental impact. Now, because of all of this, you will consume the power. When you are using the communication network, it's powered by the electricity. Okay, data centers powered by the electricity. And how electricity is made? Either you have the nuclear power, coal powered. The clean energy is still in progress, right? We have kind of started. So the more usage, the more computational demand, the more system load increase, the more environmental impact. So the resulting energy or higher energy consumption contributes to increased carbon footprint and sustainability concern. So with generative AI, there are a lot of sustainability concerns as well that we as a human being, as a tester, need to understand, and then go ahead and use sensibly the GenAI solutions and model, whatever is required, not putting a lot of strain for unnecessary queries in GenAI. Okay, so that's all we are going to discuss in the upcoming video in detail. Thank you. See you in the next tutorial.